are not a politician, we are medical doctors. We will start working together in this moment and in the future. You don't need to be a president. You don't need to be a king. You need to be who you are, and you can make a difference.
We're the ones who follows 3 surgeons in South Sudan who use medicine as a means for peace between rival tribes.
We started out filming a story about sort of self-sustainability of medicine, but tribal violence was something that we really encountered everywhere we went, and it became one of the major things that the doctors that we were following needed to contend with. So the story really shifted from how do you learn how to do surgery in some very difficult situations to what can surgeons do, what can individual people do to try to create peace in their own country.
We followed 3 surgeons. One is an American surgeon, Glenn Galehood. The other 2 are Sudanese surgeons. One is from the Dinka tribe, and the other is from the Nuer tribe.
Because of the Civil War, all those programs were interrupted by warfare. As a consequence, he was born a teacher rather than a student. During the bombing of South Sudan, Ajak was a lost boy. Went to Cuba. Tried to practice medicine with what they had. This is much more delicate and under control.
We originally met Glenn Galehood, who is a professor of surgery at George Washington University in Washington, D.C. And he told us about some of the medical mission trips that we did. And we were fascinated about the idea of what people could do in very difficult situations with a little bit of training. He had been spending time going to third world countries and teaching indigenous healers surgical techniques. And as he told us about some of the people that he had a chance to work with, we became increasingly excited about the idea of being able to tell a story, not so much about people from the West going to Africa to help, but really what happens when those people leave and who are the people that are on the ground receiving this work and learning how to do these things and then in turn taking care of the people around them. We're the Ones is really a story of hope. There are a lot of people that are dying in South Sudan due to ethnic violence. Those numbers can be overwhelming. So what we wanted to do is be able to introduce people to some of the individuals that are living this life and also show people that there are people on the ground that aren't violent, that want to be a part of the solution, and that there are many, many people there who are willing to take courageous steps to be able to try to solve the problems that they see around them.
We wanted to make an intimate, personal experience. We wanted to make a portrait of individuals, of people living in South Sudan who deal with the issues, be it healthcare or tribal violence, on a day-to-day basis. And if we thought that if we could capture their story, if we could tell an intimate story that Western audiences around the world could relate to, then they can take that story and hopefully it'll allow them to sort of reshape the way that they look at South Sudan, the way that they think about the people of South Sudan, and hopefully can not only raise awareness, but potentially start to redefine sort of the narrative in the media that we often see.
Prior to filming with any of the people that we met, we spoke with them off camera about what our project was and what we were trying to accomplish. And we were actually really surprised, but virtually everyone that we spoke with was interested in being filmed. And they saw this as a chance to really communicate about their lives to the rest of the world. We
were in South Sudan for about 2.5 months, and we were around these clinics for a long time, and we really got to know the doctors that we followed, and we forged really good friendships with them. And doctors are really trusted people in villages in South Sudan. not only do they bring medicine and healthcare, but they're sort of pillars of the community. And so by them giving us their blessing, individuals who visited the clinic, people who ended up being in the film, were much more open, I think, to allowing us to film there.
This film was a long time in the making. We started pre-production in the summer of 2009, shot it over the end of 2009, beginning of 2010, and then we're in post-production for another 3 years after that. I should say that the Montreal International Black Film Festival is a really remarkable festival. From a filmmaker's perspective, the festival organizers do an amazing job of providing opportunities for us to meet with each other, to be able to view other people's films and then talk about them, to have an opportunity to network with other filmmakers. So it's really been an amazing experience here. Look forward to coming back with another film.